Well, if it's Friday, if it's 9 a.m., my mouth's not working. Hello, I'm Steve Casillo. Welcome to the About Mansfield Consumer Advice Series. And today, just like we do every Friday right here live on Facebook, we're talking migraines and we're bringing in Mansfield's foremost expert. At least that's what we call him here, the guru of migraines. Welcome, Dr. Joseph Adams from Calibration Chiropractic and Functional Health right here in Mansfield. Welcome to the series.
Thanks, buddy. Glad to be back.
Excellent. Now you've been traveling. You went to Las Vegas and you went to Lubbock, and you brought some information back, right? You're trained even better than you were before 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're always traveling to conferences, is trying to get better at what we do. And I was in Vegas and discovered that something I've been monitoring, a piece of technology device I've been monitoring for a while, been very excited about, actually happens to be available for providers like me to prescribe to patients that have migraines. And so we actually learned about this device in Vegas, and we have it now in office to prescribe to patients. And so I'm super excited about it.
What's it called, and what does it look like, and what does the patient do with it?
Yeah, all very good questions. So I'm gonna do my best to keep this as succinct as possible, because I could talk about this for all day. I love this stuff.
Sure.
So what it is a electrical stimulation device, which if you're used to treating migraines for yourself, or have had a migraine disorder for a while, that may be something that's completely new to you, right? Because usually you're taking medications, right? Oral medications or injectable medications if things get really bad. But this is actually an electrical device, and it's called Gamma Core Sapphire. And what it does is it sends an electrical impulse to a specific nerve in the neck right here. And you do it on a regular basis. And it's been shown to be very effective for migraine prevention, treating a migraine in progress. And so it's a much safer alternative compared to pharmaceutical drugs.
Right. So today we are talking about new cutting edge technology, and the gamma. I got gamma and sapphire. The gamma
Gamma Core Sapphire.
Gamma Core Sapphire, and which is new cutting edge technology. You learned about it in Las Vegas. You have one there, don't you?
Yeah, I've got one. We've got a couple of these units to prescribe to patients, and so it can kind of give people an idea of what it looks like. So it's a very small handheld device, and these two probes right here are metal, and all you do is put a conductive gel on each of the probes, and then you put it in between your trachea and this big muscle right here called the SCM, and you put it right here, and then you turn it up until you feel it pull on your muscles right here and a little twitch right here, and you do that for 2 minutes, and that's the only treatment you need. 2 minutes, very quick, not uncomfortable by any means, and it has a automatic timer in it, and there's very little side effects. Most of the side effects that have been reported have been like just irritation while doing it or shortly after using the device, but no major side effects that you get from medications. No withdrawals from medications, none of that.
All right, so the treatment is for 2 minutes. Is this a daily thing that you use as a preventative?
Correct. You can use it multiple ways. It just depends on the patient presentation. You can use it to stop a migraine in progress, and we've actually already had some good use for it in office that way. So we've been testing it since we've been back from Vegas, using it on migraine patients, and we're getting great results at stopping migraines like that. Even people who have been in car accidents and have some really bad head pain, as they're not migraines, but head pain as are related to being in an accident. This has helped them with that as well. And that's a big thing, because a lot of times when you have headaches after a traumatic event, there's not much that'll touch that. This unit has done it. So we're pretty excited at this point about this.
All right, the big question then, are there any side effects?
No, I mean, really none really at all that people need to be concerned about. If you did have a problem with it, like let's say while you're using it, you would just stop, and problem would subside pretty quickly, is what we've seen. We haven't had any major problems using it in office. And according to the research, this compared to the pharmaceuticals is a much safer option for you, and theoretically cheaper as well. And
Yeah.
so I'm pretty pumped about that.
So the 2 minutes a day, can you overuse it? I mean, suppose someone really enjoyed the stimulation of the muscles in here and said, you know what, that felt great. I let's do it once an hour instead of once a day. Can you overuse the device?
So I don't think that you could overuse it. Well, let's say theoretically, probably can't overuse it, but this device won't let you overuse it either. It's a very intelligent device, so it has a loaded amount of treatments on it, and you're only allowed to do so many treatments within a 24-hour time frame, and it knows exactly how many you've done, and it will limit your ability to do exactly what you said. So there's no way that you can really overdose on this unit. And it's funny that you bring up that people like, what if somebody really likes it? And we've already noticed that because it is FDA approved for migraine and cluster headache treatment, and also emergency approval for COVID lung symptoms
Oh, wow.
and long COVID lung symptoms, because this device stimulates this vagus nerve, which is one of the most powerful nerves in the body that's responsible for homeostasis. And so it has a lot of really cool off-label uses like IBS, anxiety and depression, fibromyalgia. They're doing this RA study right now to see if it can help with RA symptoms. So this device, because it is basically powering up a specific part of your brain and helping you regulate your bodily functions better, healthier, it has broad reaching effects on your health. And so I think this machine over time, we're going to see is good for a lot more than just migraines. It's going to be an ultimate wellness device, if you will. And myself and staff have already started to use it daily just for that.
And I'm going to take a guess and say that you are probably the only, if not one of very, very few doctors here in Mansfield that have this device.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm the only one in Mansfield, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm like one of three in Texas that has it. As far as I know, there's a neurologist in Houston that is prescribing these to his patients. Myself, that's all the people I know in Texas currently. So it is that new of a technology, and it just makes it so exciting because there's so many people on pharmaceuticals right now, and the pharmaceuticals don't work as good as this, and they have more side effects.
The Gamma Core Sapphire.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it. Amazing what you can learn in Las Vegas and in Lubbock. In fact, what you learn in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. It's the other stuff. But
It's the other stuff. You're right.
All right. Listen, if anyone wanted to take the Gamma Core Sapphire device for a test run, how can someone get a hold of Dr. Joseph Adams at Calibration Chiropractic?
Well, it's pretty easy. We're all over the internet, but you can find us on calibrationchiropractic.com, Calibration Mansfield as well, and on social media, all social media channels, and YouTube. We're going to be putting up some YouTube content about this specific device pretty soon, too.
Nice. Mansfield's foremost guru on migraine headaches. Dr. Joseph Adams, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week, same place, same time, right here live on Facebook.
Sounds good. We'll see you then.